Hey everyone, and welcome back to the day where we build more turrets for defense, some steel smelting apparatuses, that's a word for sure. We're going to get some sandstone blocks getting chopped finally today so we can do all manner of sandstone work. First, I want to build a fence, and then later on, maybe we'll work on a pathway. And once we're done that, possibly even a bridge, which I've been planning since the moment we arrived in this map, but I haven't found it to be necessary to work on just yet. And lastly, we'll build the art studio we've been talking about this entire campaign, giving Cinnamon hopefully a beautiful home where she can create art and stop being a starving artist. So, the first thing we need to do is get Cinnamon out to these cargo pods. Oh, here we go. Fantastic. So this is 21 out of 50 durability. It's been out here for a while. What it does is prevents malaria, sleeping sickness, and the plague. We have to administer it once every 5 days to remain effective. Okay, so that means 12 of them will last exactly 1 year, which is plenty fine by me. Let's take this, haul it back, and then while we're here, let's set up we're using the social drugs policy. Let's edit that. Social drugs, penoxycyline, fantastic. We'll take it every 5 days, perfect. So that's 1 year of immunity to plague and malaria, and whatever the sleeping sickness was, and Cinnamon just immediately inhaled one of those right now. So, boom, fantastic. We take a look at our profile here. Yep, penoxycyline, awesome. Oh, by the way, someone had mentioned that this was unroofed. It's actually not only roofed, but it's been roofed the entire time. The Luciferium is at full durability. I've just been allowing Cinnamon to clean up for a little bit, but here's the next step. I want to build one more turret right here. I want to take this turret, I want to actually move it to that side. Reason being that when they explode, I don't want them to hit each other and blow each other up, and that'll be far enough away that it'll work just fine and dandy. I want to build another turret up over here. I'm going to think right there, actually. It's connected to the water mill absolutely perfectly, and that's going to consume 200 of our steel and 6 of our 9 components. Now, this one over here, we actually have to forbid because we don't quite have enough steel to build both of those turrets and the electric smelter, which is 170 steel. The way I see it, the best thing we can do to collect more steel is build that smelter table and then smelt the slag. As opposed to if we were to come down here, which is the nearest ore deposit, and mine with our incredibly low mining skill of 4, that's going to take a long time, and I'm a little bit concerned because our wealth has really skyrocketed here as a result of rebuilding everything and getting more items along the way. So I want to smelt as fast as possible, get us more turrets as fast as possible. I think this is the best way to do it. We'll put this table right there. That's fine. There's no trees in the way. It's automatically connected to the power grid. We can immediately start by smelting out this slag here. And then we can unforbid this and get a few more turrets. Chunks of spacecraft have fallen nearby. Okay. There's one up here, and I think there's one over here. Yeah, right there. I do want to deconstruct this because we can get more components for it, but we don't need to do it just yet. Then we have to haul it back a little bit later, so... Voila. Now, this thing uses 700 watts of power, which is a ridiculous amount. But we don't need it on all the time. Let's put on do forever on smelt metal from slag. And then is there anything like, let's say, this auto pistol pour? Absolutely. Smelt weapon, fantastic. Let's set this bill up so it's effectively anything that's awful to normal quality. Melee and ranged weapons, fantastic. You know what? Let's actually put that above smelt metal from slag because this thing's going to deteriorate away to nothing sooner rather than later. And that is indeed the only weapon that will end up smelting that I can see on the entire map. We can re-enable the building of this turret now. As soon as we get the steel smelted, it'll be good to go. I hear a horse out here getting attacked by something. Okay, Cinnamon's got literally nothing to do. The rain just stopped. Let's see if I can't figure out where the heck that horse was. Huh. Well, no idea. Wonderful. I'm feeling much, 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 much better about our defenses now. 3 turrets. I would like more down here, but we need to build quite a bit to get the electricity over there. So for now, I think we'll just stockpile up as a bunch of steel. And look at the timing on that. Not more than seconds later that we have our first raid, and now that we have 3 turrets. It's going to be fun to see this. Group of pirates from the landmine partners have arrived nearby. They're going to prepare up there, and then they're going to come down. All right, well, that gets us an opportunity to replace these turrets someplace more likely to help us out. So let's say right here for that one, and then this one over here, I'm going to say maybe as high up over there as we can get it. Looks to be right about here. So we can shoot up in this direction, and we can shoot over in this direction. Let's have Cinnamon work on immediately doing both of those things right now. I also want to cut this random bush out, because I oftentimes find myself standing in exactly that tile. All right, well, the raid's going to be here in a minute, but for now, just to get a quick shut-eye before the raid always makes sense. When you're about to get murdered, just take a nap. Okay, they're coming. Oh, there we go. Priscilla, the melee character, I see. Oh, hello, Lord and Sniff. Wait, Gnugfa. Lord and Priscilla on the move. Let's take a look at Priscilla here. How's she doing? Gunshot, bolt action rifle, dead in 22 hours. How big is this raid? 3 characters total? Looks like that might be the case. Looks like they're going to come down here to the south. Let's move Cinnamon to this side now. Oh, there goes one. Beautiful. Here comes the other 2. They're going for the turrets. No surprises there. How are we doing on this turret? 72 out of 120. Now, as long as I kill Lord, Gnugfa is going to leave. You guys want to say Gnugfa out loud? Like, where are you right now? In a library, on a bus, on a train station? Just be like, Gnugfa! So I'll probably be like, bless you. In any event, I really want to focus on Lord here, because I don't want this turret to go down. And that's why I was willing to allow Gnugfa to come take a flank shot on us. Hoping he would just miss, and Gnugfa is gone, and now, or rather, Lord is down, rather, so Gnugfa will be gone. Yep, he's off. Beautiful. Oh, and he stepped on the trap, too, poor guy. Where's he going? Where are you going? Oh, don't walk in front of the bullets. What's he doing out here? Holy mother of hash browns, Batman. Gnugfa is a planet-known master of melee. Wow. He also loves pizza. He was a male gigolo, apparently. Oh my god, Gnugfa, you have such a storied history. It's too bad we're going to have to murder you. Oh, poor guy. Hey, we can smelt his weapon now. Speaking of, let's come over here and let's actually turn this on Do Forever. I left it on just a single time because I only had one weapon. But now we can actually smelt, yeah, all of these things. Awful, poor, fantastic. We'll get all that taken care of. At this point, Cinnamon can just take a rest. And let's actually reinstall these turrets. Back down here and back over there. My god, this is so much better now. It's insane. A boomlope has gone mad, but if I stand here in the fields... Okay, let's not stand in front of the turrets. Pretty sure we could actually take the boomlope out while it's in the water. And then it won't matter if it goes boom. Fantastic. Boy, having these turrets makes such a big difference. It's ridiculous. Everything's just 10,000 times easier now. No, I didn't tell Cinnamon to do this, but apparently she likes to live dangerously. She's just sitting here cloud washing with her head on top of a deadfall trap. Okay, I don't even think it's safe to alert her as to what's going on right now. Because surprising her might cause bad things to happen. Now, there is a cold snap. We do only have one component left, and I would like to build some heaters, and they do take one component. And we have the steel now, so I think now is actually probably a fairly decent time. The only question is, where exactly do we put it? It kind of looks ugly pretty much no matter where we put it. So I suppose we'll put it here. And that's the only place we can put it because there's no electricity down here just yet. Now, as a result of this, I want to come over here and deconstruct this ship chunk. And I believe the one that had crashed up here we can't see just yet. Maybe once Cinnamon's done moving things around and getting this installed, we'll go check for that one. I just don't want to use wood if I don't have to. 8 components. Whoo! Wow, I didn't think it would be that much, but okay, fantastic. So with that being done, I'm feeling like it's time for a cooler. Let's make the butcher room a cooled room. Also, this hand tailor's bench, I think we're done with it. We're going to deconstruct it. If I get a new one in the future, I'm going to make this one over here, the electric tailor bench, the one from the Gloomy mod, because I really like it. Also, some bold goods trader have shown up from the purple camel albinero. All right. Now that this thing's out of the way, I actually feel like it might make more sense to put this in here so I can leave it on all the time instead of having to micromanage it every time there's a minor storm. Granted, I think it does generate heat when it's working, so it'll counteract the fact that it's frozen, but we're not going to be using it that often. Wow, these guys have all manner of things, including a camel. Bunny, 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 camel. Okay? They are more than happy to buy a massive amount of our ingredients. I think the smoke leaf isn't really helping us at this point. We've got so much of it and our moods are so good. Let's actually sell off, I think, 65 of it, which is a considerable amount of money. I want to start getting a stockpile of money so we can save up to purchase a new marine helmet if we see them, or to buy a smoke pop belt if we see that. Lo and behold, here's a smoke pop belt. We'll throw that in the queue. And I think we'll sell off our heavy fur. I want to actually use the exotic leather. I want to use the downy bison wool, and I want to use the exotic leather. And I'll show you guys what for in a second. Now that all this is taken care of, Cinnamon should hopefully just immediately put that on. But let's use this wool to use the Gloomy Decorations 4x4 classic rug of the downy bison variety. This one will actually fit symmetrically right there. Fantastic. So we're going to use 120 of that. Let's go sell them whatever's left over. We've got 145, so we can sell negative 25. Fantastic. And then lastly, I wanted to make a new teddy bear out of the exotic leather. And we'll put it right there on the bench. This one, however, will not burn down. That's going to take 20 exotic leather, so I'm confident selling the rest of the exotic leather, which is going to be negative 34 to these guys for a pretty decent penny. We'll hold on to the Thrumbo fur, and we'll hold on to the Devil Strand. Fantastic. Not a bad trade with them at all. That's nice. It's not a bad little rug there. I like it quite a bit. Simon loves this new rug, though, I have to say. She loves it quite a bit. Let's take a look at our power while we're here. So grid excess stored 685. Looks like we've got to turn off one of these turrets to get the smelter working. Yeah, there we go. Now the smelter's on. There's our cooler at long last. Let's turn this down to ideally about, I want to say 28. We really don't want the smelter in here, and also the cooling in this room is going to fight the heating in this room at certain times of year. It shouldn't be all that bad. And it doesn't matter to me that it's not the most efficient thing. Ideally, if you want to be super efficient, you would have 2 separate rooms, and each one of them would be double insulated with walls with a double door that goes through. But yeah, we can just power through it and blow some of our electricity. It doesn't matter too much. The only problem here is we don't actually have the power to utilize this cooler while the smelter is on. So what we're going to have to do is turn the power off of all the turrets. Yeah, you can see the temperature here goes up to like 50 while we're smelting, but the second we stop smelting, it goes right back down to freezing. So what we want to do now is actually move this food stockpile from over here inside of the freezer. And voila, let's get rid of this one. And now we should have at least refrigerated meat and ingredients and meals, if not completely frozen when we're not smelting. Okay, that's likely enough steel to replace all of our old lights here with the new lamp electricity. So I think we can just replace the one that's there by doing this. I don't think it'll build over itself, but I could be mistaken. We have one more down here, but that's going to require routing power across the bridge, which is going to require cutting some wood, which we'll do later. Okay, let's look at this light here. Lamp E, I click, there is a lamp in there. So let's deconstruct that. We click over here, lamp E, click again, lamp, deconstruct that. Fantastic. Made that mistake before. I've had both of them running like around the clock. And I somehow completely missed this lamp right here in the middle. So I'll deconstruct that as well. We're going to need some power over in that location, so not a problem. Now the big problem is the smelter is just using such a ridiculous amount of power. We can't have half the lights on in the whole base when we want to use it. But when we turn it off, everything else can be on, so not too bad. We have 85 steel. And I think now it might finally be time. Let's actually uninstall this smelter. It might finally be time now to put in the stone cutter's table. We'll make it out of wood, and I want to put it basically in the exact same location once Cinnamon gets done and moves this one out of the way. Perfect. We could just do it outside, but it'll be a little bit faster inside. And with that, it is at long last time to work on stone. We're going to make sandstone blocks. I'm going to do this until we get up to 200. Look just about everywhere. We won't even pause when we're satisfied. We'll just keep building it non-stop. Actually, thinking about it, now that this is in this room, it's actually bad temperature. We may as well put it outside. It'll just be less hauling, to be honest. Oh, finally, those horses I was talking about. Here they are. Horse mare dead. What killed it? A wolf. Here's the wolf, apparently wow, its nose and jaw and tail and leg were all destroyed by the horse. That's fantastic for us. Spoils in 1.8 days, spoils in 1.7. I knew I heard horse noises someplace. I could have sworn there was more than one of them, too. Let's come down and take a look. Oh, there's some more horses, yeah. Okay. Otherwise, though, we had found some silver in some cargo pods, and there it is. We'll unforbid it. 219 random silver. All right, not a big deal. Not too concerned with that. We've actually got enough sandstone here that I want to put a wall in from this location down over to here, and that should mean that anything that spawns in the north will come around this wall, and they'll try to come in through this little area there, where there'll be lots of traps awaiting them, and also potentially turrets. Anything that spawns in the south will be free to come up here, where we'll have more turrets in the not-too-distant future. And also, right now, we've got 3 turrets, and they have to cross the water, at least unless they go for the bedroom. But even if they do go for the bedroom, they'll engage the turrets and start fighting right there. So the idea is a nice, fancy wall over here. And there is our wall. Although, unfortunately, it looks like this is just not going to connect up. So, you know what? We don't even need a door, though. We'll just go around if we absolutely have to. Voila! Now, we got a blight, but I didn't want to ruin the perfect time-lapse there. There was a turkey I really wanted to harvest, too. But again, time-lapse artisticness is #1 importance. So we need to come down here. You can easily get rid of the blight by just going to Orders, right-click on Cut Plants, Cut All Blighted Plants. Fantastic. Cinnamon will immediately take care of it because I have it set up pretty high. That's taken care of now. Fantastic. Except that it's not. So now that we have a freezer, I think it makes sense to expand this zone of rice immediately over the wild cougar ripping apart a wombat. I don't know what's going on out there. Regardless, I just want more rice at some point. Yeah, there's a safe time to go out and plant the rice. Sure, Cinnamon. We'll just walk right over the freaking otter. Don't worry about the leopard. Yep, not a problem. We're good. Now, these traps in here we no longer need, so why don't we install them down here in various places where we think people might actually step. These chunks are good places that I imagine someone will step on. Also right here, probably as they'll come in to try to smash this thing because they love to destroy all kinds of power. Right there is probably not a bad place either if we're like over here or over here on the defense. Fantastic. These ones aren't doing a huge amount over there. It also might make sense now to move our stockpile that was outside instead to possibly inside. My thinking is, you know what, this is already kind of a stockpile, so why don't we do that here, except we've got all these weird little stockpiles in this location we got to get rid of. All right, there we go. Disease sensory mechanites. That's wonderful. We are literally immune to everything except sensory mechanites. However, outside of the pain, it actually is a kind of a good help here as far as sight, hearing, manipulation. We will be a little bit more tired, unfortunately. But we have a fairly nice, restful bed. We could potentially try to make a better one in the near future, but I actually like this disease in terms of defending ourselves. Plus, we have got plenty of herbal meds to use. It looks like I built 2 traps instead of moving them, so that's fine. We'll just move these guys down here, and we'll just have even more traps then. Ooh, right next to the turret is always a pretty nice place as well, because they love to go melee the turrets from different directions. Perfect. Whoa, a leopard and a bear are actually getting at it here, huh? Wow, the bear won. That's a nice bit of meat right there. How's the bear looking for health? Death in 9 hours. Well, win is kind of a loose term, shall we say. You don't see that every day. Oh, the poor bear didn't even get to eat its quarry, but hey, you're gonna kill a leopard right in our face. We're gonna eat you, is what's gonna happen. Fantastic. Now we've got meat for a very, very, very long time. Let's expand this and just have nothing down here but a permanent freezer for pretty much the rest of the game. Make sure these guys get hauled immediately. I like how they come inside our little fenced-in area here to trade. That's really cool. Shells, interesting. They have 18 medicines. These guys have all kinds of stuff. There's no reason to sell them our steel stuff because we can smelt it for steel at this point. Plasteel longsword we really don't want, and I don't want the plasteel so much. We could smelt that, but at the same time, I'd rather have the money. What I'm looking for is EMP grenades. If we get mechanicals, we can use those to stun them in the range of the turrets. So let's grab that. And I want a new marine helmet to replace ours, which had been going bad. Can we afford it? Nope, we're not even close. We need to sell them 500 more. But fortunately, we have flak vest. Well, looks like we just can't afford the marine helmet and the EMP grenades. I'm going to get the new helmet, though, because we'll use that against everybody, and ours is already giving us a mood penalty, and it'll also help us not have the tattered apparel mood penalty. The EMP grenades we'll likely find later, and we don't technically need them right now, maybe. So I suppose this will have to do. -807, new marine helmet, fantastic. We can sell our old one. It's right up here. Let's have Cinnamon go immediately prioritize wearing it. Let's see if we can't trade. $32. Well, not much, but hey, it's something. Oh well. One thing I've been meaning to do for a little while now is actually rearrange this area over here. So let's reinstall the wine rack in that location. This wine rack, we're also going to move over there. Now, I'm going to make an electric gloomy stove. Now, these are 2 tiles wide instead of 3, so it'll fit right there absolutely perfectly as soon as those things are gone. And this will allow us to just grab the food from here, bring it out, cook it up, rather than run all the way back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'll copy these bills and paste them in once Cinnamon gets up to it. Disease gutworms now. Wow. Well, good thing we have that panoxysilene, which prevents all sorts of diseases, and yet still we have sensory mechanites and gutworms. It's absolutely amazing. I think the time has probably come to make sure we always have at least some meds in this location. So we'll do that. Priority critical med. I'll put the herbal meds in here. Good. So at least one of those will get hauled over at some point. We'll grab one of these guys, do it immediately. Fantastic. Wooden electric stove. 80 wood, 2 components, and wooden, you know, we're basically out of wood at this point. So I've been dreading this for a long time, but I think the time has come. Whew, that's a lot of wood. And with gutworms and sensory mechanites, that's going to take us a long time to get to. Man-hunting pack of wild dogs has interrupted my beautiful time lapse. That is unfortunate. We'll have to wake Cinnamon up, come out here, grab this. I'm pretty sure they're all just gonna get wrecked. Oh yeah, but I need her to eat first because she's got both of these issues going on right now. African wild dogs. Those actually look pretty scary. All right, let's have Cinnamon just come to the door and take a look. Look how cute they look. African wild dog, huh? They're not cute though, they're vicious. Okay. Problem solved. Okay, we have mild pain now. So, mild pain from the sensory mechanites is 20%. The gut worms is 20%. And we have a raid incoming not too long from now. Cinnamon wants to go take a nap outside in front, of course. I'm pretty sure from the direction that are coming, we're better off moving these turrets back over here for like the 5th time. And eventually something will attack from the south, right? Oh, here we go. Camero and Grouse are incoming. We'll set up camp right here. Just the 2 of them, really? Surprise? Okay, not just the 2 of them. Never mind. Dragon was in tow. I like a bunch. What? And AS, apparently. A bunch of naked freaking males just charged the colony, boys. They're charging Cinnamon. But she has disposed of them with absolutely no problem, as per usual. Whew. All right. We at least now have a far more functional bench. Copy everything we have in here. We'll paste that all over there. And then this guy can actually now get deconstructed. I was thinking of moving my research bench over there. All right, we did some casual decorating. There's one more cool thing here I had seen, which is this tableware shelf. 35 steel, 45 wood. It helps you cook. You can put it right over the cookery, just like that. Now, at this point, since we have a freezer, it probably makes a lot of sense to bump up the number of meals that we cook to 12, so we have a stockpile in case things go bad. We don't have to get around to cooking them anytime soon. Group of tribes, people are attacking from the south. Now that I finally left the turrets where they need to be over here. Finally, someone's attacking from the south. Amazing game. Whoa! Mad Horse Stallion. Okay, I guess that was something else. What the? I guess we got it? Oh, that was the poor white horse that was on the beach before. Its friend got murdered and it just decided to die. It didn't want to live anymore. Oh, that's too sad. On the plus note, we can actually rebuild those traps and repair everything it did and haul it to the place all before this raid actually shows up. Okay, here they come. Now, I don't have a good idea of where I need to stand for this. I just know that they're coming from generally down here. Behind this chunk will give us 50% cover. They don't have too much cover. There's a few trees and chunks they can use. We could always go back on the door, actually. Is this a bunch of naked men charging Cinnamon again? Yes, it is, boys! Attack of the naked men! Get them! Oh, God. This one's trying to disguise itself as a beaver. I don't think Cinnamon's gonna get fooled by that. And, yeah, surprise, surprise. And with that, we have our actual stockpile of food. We have an actual stockpile of bricks. The time has finally come for the bridge. And with the bridge in, it is finally time to start building the pathways I've been thinking about for a long time. Well, We're getting there. It's coming along. We got some Devil Strand over here. There's still quite a bit to go to make it look pretty. We need a... Whoa! Hello, Muffalos. We're going to need a lot more steel. And that's going to take a long time to haul all the things and rip them apart. I'm thinking I kind of want to build the art studio before that since we have all the wood here. And then we could also route the power. Unfortunately, the power line is super ugly. I was hoping the power line would go under the stone, but apparently it goes over it. So I'm thinking about running the power line this way instead. Oh, look how nice this looks. Oh, look at the caravan coming in, walking over the bridge into the nice little place. That's so nice. So neutroamine is something I definitely want to keep an eye out for buying in the very near future. And most of this stuff, I just want to get rid of it because it consumes space and we don't want it. I don't have too much money and I want to buy more EMP grenades. So rather than buy the neutroamine now and I really don't need it, we'll hold off on that. Just basically empty our inventory there. Hopefully the next thing we buy is EMP grenades. I think the time has come for the beautiful, beautiful electric sleep, or electric street lamps. Sleep lamps, yeah, pretty close. Oh, that is fantastic. Also, this Mega Sloth, I noticed we're just out of meat, so this is 100% perfect. If he goes on revenge, this is also 100% perfect. Oh, yeah, there we go. He's coming. Come at me, Sloth. Easy peasy. A volcanic winter. Temperatures are going to drop. All right, well, as luck would have it, we've got tons of additional power, so we can now install a power heated area over here in Cinnamon's bedroom. We don't need heated areas there. That'll actually make this easier to cool. And now it's time for the last task, laying out the art studio. Would you look at that? We need a bunch of steel to finish this up, but Cinnamon just came in and had a nice early morning tea to start off her day. So some cargo pods came up here and delivered some sloth meat to us. Oh, look at that. A group of Outlanders. This actually may be our biggest threat yet. We'll have to see. I do think the base is fairly well set up. So I think what we'll do here is hold the door open and then come in. Oh boy, here they come. We can't even see what they are. The turrets have longer vision. I'll come inside with Cinnamon. There we go. James, Mal, in they come. We got Soppy and Riggs. That's 4. Okay, 1 down already. Oh, Riggs is going for the turrets, is she? I see. Okay. Nice. Cinnamon puts a shot right in the back. How we looking? Death in 10 hours. How's the turret? 89 out of 120. Riggs is down and hit while on the ground. All right. That's pretty sweet. Even drop some gear here we can smelt up. Also, some caravan had come by earlier, and they had given us a gift. And the gift was these 4 components right there. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we had hauled those in to where they need to be. Boom. Part of the grid already in the lines here. That actually looks cool, like I planned that. I literally didn't. I just put it in. Let's come over here, and we can now turn the power on for this station. While we're in there, we'll quickly clean up. The reason I want to do this is because I want to smelt all the weapons that are in there. So we're just going to force Cinnamon to smelt these 6 things before they go away. They're basically free steel. They're all heater anyway. Why not? Behold, the art studio is coming together. You have to connect these guys up though a little bit. Okay. Got some blocks set to come down here as well. That's getting taken care of. And now we have, without a doubt, the worst thing in the entire game. Toxic fallout. Well, it was only a matter of time until it happened. So my thinking here is, you know what? Why don't we just come inside? We'll clean up. We'll make a stockpile of food. Small tip here. I didn't do it in this specific instance, but it's usually pretty good to throw it on a stockpile and just clear the stockpile of every possible thing. That way, when you drop the food, it gets counted towards your total, and then you actually pause at the appropriate time, which is right now. Good, good, good. Oh, with 2 work left, she's really gonna go to bed. Come on, Cinnamon. We believe. Let's see what it is. Ooh, what the? Here we go. Yes, this is what we're talking about, boys. This is what we're talking about right here. Labrador Retriever. I suppose this is all good. There he is! Look at little Kazuko, boys. Quality poor. Beauty 28. This piece bears an artwork of an ominous sky with no life in sight. A large group of dead partridges lay on the ground. The work is executed in a cubist style. Provocatively, the subjects are in front of a brook. This portrayal refers to fallout settling over Cinnamon's township. No, it doesn't. It refers to how much Kazuko used to love to hunt the partridges while he was crossing streams. That's what it really refers to. In any event, let's go install this over here. And you know what? Let's make another one until we get a good one that's actually worthy of selling. I feel like it needs a pedestal or it looks weird. Okay, we'll give it a circle pedestal. So there we go. Awesome. That's our first attempt. Our second attempt can go over there and then we'll see how that goes. All right, second attempt. How are we doing this time? Quality normal. Okay. Godlessness of Cinnamon is the title. This sculpture bears a depiction of a colossal monolith surrounded by smoke and ash. Cinnamon looks on in shock. The work reminds the viewer of cataclysm. Unusually for this kind of work, the image is bordered by dozens of surgeons. This illustration refers to the meteorite falling. No, what it refers to is when Cinnamon wishes there were surgeons to heal Kazuko during the great cataclysm of the immediate plague that shocked everybody. That stuck out like a sore monolithic thumb in the mind's eye of the viewer. I'm an impressionist. In any event, that's good and all, but let's try again. We'll put that over here. Fantastic. One more. I seem to have forgotten to put in the heater down here. So you know what? Why don't we put it right over there? Wow. Toxic fallout, volcanic winter, and a cold snap. Good thing I'm making the heater as I say that, huh? This time it is excellent. Beauty 165. Image number 45. On this work is a portrayal of Yumi Moody being assaulted with a bolt-action rifle with quick, efficient movements. A cowboy watches silently in the upper part of the image. This style is datist with pop art elements. The story references the time that Cinnamon watched Kazuko rip a raider to shreds all by his onesies while she looked on in glee. Market value, only 210. All right, well, that's not like a huge amount of value, but I think we're getting better and better. What do we got? A green Kazuko, boys. Quality normal. Beauty 135. Market value 465. Well, that's a little bit better. Mass 5 kilograms. All right, we could take that and the excellent one and actually go trade them right now after the raid. That sounds like a great idea. Okay, we've gone up to 57%. I'm really unhappy with how much toxic buildup we have. Oh look, the toxic fallout has settled. And it did come to pass that the alpacas that I had farmed earlier got mad at me for farming their friends, and they charged to their death valiantly. Tony here will buy a sandstone statue of Kazuko for $81. That's fantastic.
It was at this moment that Cinnamon realized she wouldn't have to travel to sell her art. Merchant caravans and visitors were more than happy to buy her sculptures. So she devoted herself to making her home even more beautiful, even making a boat she could take out to the lake to fish or just relax on the water. Well set up defenses made the base very secure, and she was able to defend against any incoming threat easily, meaning she was free to focus on her passion. Her start on Rimworld wasn't an easy one, shivering naked in the cold, but her ingenuity and perseverance made sure she not only survived, but thrived as well. Defiant in the face of all setbacks, she has created for herself a life of bounty and peace. All that was missing now was a friend to share it with. But who knows, perhaps the whims of Rimworld will see fit to grant her that as well.
Well, guys, that's the end of the series. Thank you very much for watching. We have a couple other series planned for the future, but they take an enormous amount of time to produce. So if you want to help us out with support on Patreon, there'll be a link on the screen here in just a second. But yeah, this is like the best thing we've ever made, I think. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.